front.
You just ruined that whole shot. Whatever. Welcome back to the channel. We were gonna get started on this tomorrow. I posted on Instagram last Tuesday that I was gonna start a week from today, which was last Tuesday, but I'm impatient, so we're gonna get started today. Wish us luck. I've heard and I've seen that this is a pretty intense install. But like I said, wish us luck, and hopefully everything goes well. Technically, you don't have to take off the front bumper, but I'm gonna do that because we have to lean over and take off the heat shield, and I don't want to lean on my bumper. I don't want to cause problems. Cosmetic problems. I don't want to make any scratches, dents, or anything like that. So to take that completely out of the picture, we're just gonna take the front bumper off, and then we're gonna take the wheel off. So the turbo, the way that the turbo, let me pick up this whole tripod. The turbo is on this side in the back of the engine. I feel like, I haven't seen anybody do it, but I feel like if you take the wheel off, it may be a little bit easier. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm gonna take that wheel off and see if that's easier. So that's pretty much the only two unnecessary things that we're gonna do is take the front bumper off and the wheel off. And hopefully it makes it easier for us.
This thing is about to be so high.
I should probably put it in here.
Yeah.
So the bumper's off. There's actually a lot of steps you can do from here. So you can either go up top and take this portion off and the windshield wipers, because all that has to come off in order to take the heat shield off. Or you can get underneath there, take off the charge pipes, and you can take off the down pipe. I'm probably going to start below, because I know before taking off the windshield wipers, you actually got to mark it, because if not, then it becomes a visual issue or whatever. So we're going to go ahead into the car right now, and then we'll just take the down pipe off. To make it easier, we're going to take this bar off. So there's bolts right there. They're basically all across it. And then once you get this off, then taking the bolts for the downpipe will get much easier. Oh, guess that's the right way. Bro, it's so hard. Oh my gosh. So we had the brakes off. We finally got the downpipe bolts off. Those things are like rusted. I put them in a plastic bag already, but those things are like rusted. They take forever. But took those off, and then you have to take the bolts off the mount right here. So this is loose and ready to come off. Now, I guess this is another way that the downpipe mounts, but take these bolts off. It should be loose, and then we should be able to take the bolt for the clamp off that connects to the downpipe. And then we should be done with that.
Alright, let me see.
No, no gun. We do all by hand, bro.
Bro, just, I can't fit the thing in there. I don't know why you're not using that.
No, let me see the connection.
It's right here.
Alright, yup.
It's right there. Well, all your fucking ST bolts are in different positions. Just like me.
Last night, huh?
This morning, actually.
This morning, huh?
Twice.
What?
TMI. I said twice.
Twice, huh? We don't get tired out here.
I just gotta take like an hour break. I'm not sure rejuvenate.
You gotta wait for it to reproduce, huh? Dude, you gotta use your muscle, man. Wait, where'd you put the other bolt? Full, really? Where'd you put it? Oh my gosh.
Shut up. Right there.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You did that. Yeah, we were hiding it.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, but you gotta take this out of the way.
Daddy? Ooh.
Ew. You see that, guys? He's fucking weird.
Yeah. Big boy.
Big boy.
Come on. Oh. We're idiots. We forgot to take out the O2 sensors. Come on, daddy. Oh. Okay, one button. That's probably why I hope I didn't get it. Got the downpipe off. This took about 2 hours, not too bad, huh? So the biggest thing that I recommend when doing something like this or just anything big is to put your bolts in a bag and then label it with painter's tape or whatever of where that bolt goes to. Especially with doing like a big turbo install, the last thing you want to do is when you're ready to put the car back together is lose bolts. That's the biggest thing that I recommend. So we're gonna call it a night tonight. We have the downpipe off, front bumper off, wheel off. Tomorrow we just gotta take off the intake. We gotta take off the charge pipes, and then pretty much just getting to the turbo, draining the oil, draining the coolant. But I'll pick the camera back up tomorrow. I'll catch you guys then. What's up, boys? Day 2, we're back for another day of the big turbo build. Today we're gonna get the turbo on. Tomorrow we're gonna get it tuned, and by Thursday we're gonna be hurting feelings on the road. Just kidding. Like I said last night, we're gonna get the intake off, charge pipes, and then from there it's just like draining the fluid, getting to the turbo. But as you guys know, we pretty much do all of the work on our cars ourselves. I actually went on YouTube University. I headed over there just to see how everybody else did like the installation and if they had troubles with it. One video that I came across was the one from CJ Pony Parts. That one is a very detailed install that can help you out greatly. Like I said, I've pretty much done everything. Well, I have done everything on my car myself. So like intake, downpipe, intercooler, all that stuff is easy. Well, would be easy for me to take it off since I've done it. But like taking the charge pipes off and taking the intake off, like that's not a problem because I've done it, so I know what it takes to take it off. But once we started getting into like draining the oil from the turbo, like taking off the oil lines and then like dealing with the vacuum lines, the boost lines and stuff like that, that's where I rather know what I'm getting into before going in there blind. So with that being said, like I said, CJ Pony Parts video is like a good detailed video for looking at that. So I'm really not gonna sit here in front and make you guys believe like I 100% know what I'm doing, because this is my first time installing a turbo. Like I said, I love learning about cars and stuff like that, so I'm very excited, but at the same time I'm very scared because I've seen and I've heard, like I said, that this is an intense install. But I mean, I don't want to like jinx it or anything like that, but as of right now it's going good. So the difference between my video and CJ Pony Parts video is his is kind of like it's detailed, but it's kind of like a fantasy. Mine is the real life struggle. So as you saw, taking off the downpipe bolts, I needed God's strength to take those off, bro. They were extremely hard. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's just not fair. I really can't wait till this is finished. Like, I'm so ready to feel how this feels. Oh my goodness. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just take off this whole panel up here. If you're watching this because you plan on doing it yourself on your own ST, I don't know if you heard it or not, but with these windshield wipers, you want to take off this little cover that's over it. There's gonna be a bolt under it. Make sure that you mark it like up and down, because apparently if you take it off, if you don't put it back on correctly, then it will be a pain in the butt to put it back on. So once we get to that point, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Next thing we're gonna do is take the charge pipe off. So sorry for the big gap in the video. My camera died out of nowhere, but just to update you guys. So we got the intercooler pipe off. We have the intake off. Right now I'm trying to drain the coolant, but we have the oil return and feed lines off. We have the blow off valve vacuum line off. We have the intake vacuum line off. So right now, like I said, I'm just trying to drain the coolant. And this is not a big problem, but there's a lot of people that don't know that when you turn the drain plug, you actually have to like turn it more and then it pops out. Let me show you, and maybe I can help somebody out from freaking out. This is gonna be the plug right here. So you connect like a hose or something to it, because obviously not, if you don't, it's just gonna splash everywhere. So this is gonna be the plug right here. So I already turned it. I don't wanna turn it again because it's pretty hard, but it's gonna be lined up this way. So what you do is you turn it like 45 degrees. It turns. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but it turns. But what you have to do is get like pliers or something like that and turn it more. So you see how it turns? So it's 45 degrees. And then pop it, like turn it more, it pops out. And then the coolant comes out. So like I said, don't freak out. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not broken. You just have to turn it more. So the last clip I recorded was me showing you how to drain the coolant correctly. It's about 3:13 in the morning. Basically what took so long was there's just one coolant hose that's connected to the turbo, and the thing that gave me a hard time was getting that what they call it, that clamp off of it. That took forever. And if you plan on taking the heat shield off of the turbo, forget about it. You're wasting your time. I don't know who at Ford decided to put torque screws on the heat shield to hold it onto the turbo. That was a terrible idea, but do not waste your time. Trust me, don't waste your time. You can take the turbo off with the heat shield still on it. You just have to bend the heat shield back and then it'll release like the bolts to take the turbo off. But other than that, boy, we got the turbo off. What? We got the turbo off. Finally, it took forever. To be honest with you, I started yesterday and it's 3 in the morning, but this video is going to be of me taking the turbo off. I hate to do it. I hate making part 2 videos, but I'm going to have to because I'm dead tired. I need to get some sleep. I'll probably edit this video in the morning and I'll probably post it tomorrow morning or whenever I get done editing. But stay tuned for part 2 because obviously part 2 is going to be of me putting a new turbo on. And my wastegate gets here tomorrow, so I haven't seen any like I'm pretty sure it comes with the instructions, but I haven't seen anybody else like you know, make a video or anything like that of how to do it. So when I get the wastegate, I'll try to make a video to help somebody out there. But other than that, I will catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Peace out.